ANC Secretary General Fikile Balula says win or lose, the process of the hearing is already a win for the country, as a point has been made. He says the ANC will respond to the ICJ's ruling this afternoon. Balula was speaking ahead of the ANC's NEC meeting. Newzroom Afrika's Juniour Khumalo joins us now from the ANC NEC meeting in Boksburg in Ekurhuleni. Junior, a very good afternoon to you. I suppose some proud moments for South Africa, well, the ANC, saying that whichever way this sways, the point has been made.
Good afternoon to you, Mpo. Indeed, the ANC Secretary General Fikile Balula sounded very confident ahead of this ruling. The ANC, as we know, is going to, the ANC's NEC, which is the party's highest decision-making body in between conferences, is actually going to be led by President Cyril Ramaphosa, and it's going to be watching the screening of that ruling here at the Birchwood Conference Center. The NEC meeting is actually going to pause just before the start of that screening, and all of the ANC members are going to watch it together. We expect the President Cyril Ramaphosa, to also respond to whatever the ruling says after it has been delivered by those 17 judges. But it was in this very venue in October last year when the ANC decided to take an unwavering stance against Israel's bombardment of Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. In October last year, the President led the NEC members and addressed the media, saying that what was happening in Gaza was actually a genocide. So that was the first time the ANC took a serious stance about this matter, and it said that it was going to actually speak to its government deployees, meaning the Minister of International Relations as well as the Minister of Justice, just to see how the country will take the matter going forward. And the party as well as the country has decided to go to the International Court of Justice, where this ruling is going to happen. But we spoke to Mbalula earlier on, where he spoke about what this means, this judgment means to South Africans. Let's take a listen to what Mbalula said.
To us, whether the outcome is negative or positive, I think we have made our point. As a country, we stand for justice. Humanity agrees with us. We stand for self-determination. We are against genocide. And this has been taken up to the highest court in the world. And many countries and freedom-loving people have been in solidarity and in agreement with South Africa. So morally, a point has been made. If the courts agree with us, of course, that will be a plus and will be celebrated by all peace-loving people in the world, and especially the people of Palestine.
That is the ANC's Secretary General Fikile Balula saying, win or lose this case, the party and the country South Africa has actually taken a stand. But besides the International Court of Justice ruling that is expected to be delivered at 2 o'clock South African time today, the party's NEC and its Lekgotla are actually expected to discuss a number of things, including former President Jacob Zuma and the stance that he has taken. We know that in December last year he decided to endorse Umkhonto Wesizwe Party. So after that endorsement, the Secretary General Fikile Balula says that President Jacob Zuma has basically picked a side and he can no longer be a member of the ANC. He has actually signed his own resignation from the ANC. Let's just take a listen to what Mbalula had to say about the former president.
President Zuma has not been attending meetings of the National Executive Committee and is not an ex officio member, as per the Constitution. Him and other presidents, former presidents, attend meetings as per invitation of the National Executive Committee to honor them and also to honor their contribution. We have been doing that. But since he was incarcerated, and then the NEC then at that moment stopped inviting him to the National Executive Committee. And there's not been any change in relation to that. So we don't expect him to attend the NEC because he was not invited for quite some time.
That was the stance that has been taken by the ANC, and it has been communicated by the ANC Secretary General Fikile Balula that the former president is no longer welcome basically to its NEC meeting. But I'll just step outside the picture and just show you some of the visuals of the NEC members as they come out of that NEC meeting. We expect that at around 2 o'clock, the NEC members led by President Cyril Ramaphosa are actually going to go back and watch the screening of that International Court of Justice judgment that is going to be delivered.
Absolutely. A big day indeed for South Africa. Juniour Khumalo giving us a sense of the reaction and the expectations ahead of the outcome of this judgment. We will be bringing you back to Juniour Khumalo throughout the course of this afternoon. But